Hello again, and the assignments for this week are pretty simple and straightforward. On the reading, there's nothing assigned in the text. It's just for you to continue your own independent explorations of online narratives, electronic narratives, and hypertexts. So continue to look at them, explore them, and comment and discuss them on the discussion board. For the blog, there is no specific assignment. It's just simply to add 2 more posts of your own choosing, just 2 more at least, and the idea is to just keep on blogging. But I would like you to think ahead now, because as we're moving into the final part of the semester, the assignments for the blog are more substantial. So for the following week of April 10th, the assignment is to write a how-to post, and for that you need to think about something specific, not something fantastic or made up or humorous, but really something specific and serious, how to do something. One of the classic examples of this would be a recipe, how to prepare a particular food item or particular meal, but it could be how to put something together, how to create something, how to make something. But the idea is to communicate through a set of instructions. And then for the following week of April 17th, and this requires some preparation, so you really should begin to work on it by now. Or should be beginning to work on it by now, is to post an interview. That means you have to find somebody to interview, and you have to conduct the interview. It should be somebody of first of all, that relates to the theme of your blog, and somebody of some stature or prominence, somebody that you'd like to connect to. I mean, it's also a chance for you to make a connection, because, after all, people are flattered by the idea that you want to interview them. So you can use this to your advantage, and in this instance, I'd like you to pick somebody who has some prominence, some stature in the area that you're blogging, but not too much. You don't want to try to go for somebody who's just out of reach. You're not going to get President Obama. You're not going to get Oprah Winfrey or Lady Gaga or anyone along those lines. So something realistic, but above your pay grade, shall we say. And then as you conduct the interview, so first you have to get in touch with this person, so they have to be reachable, and then see if they'll agree to the interview, and then you have to also see how they would like to be interviewed. What would they prefer? Do they want to meet you in person and conduct it that way, or do it over the phone? Obviously it's nice when you can meet somebody in person, but if time is of the essence, then talking over the phone may be more realistic. Another option is to conduct the interview via email, in which case you would send them a list of questions and they would respond via email. That is more distanced. It does give the interviewee the more control over their answers, but it also requires that they do more of the work, which you can then copy and paste with some editing. Also, as you look towards this interview, and this is why you want to also allow more time for it, is that as a courtesy, you ought to give the interviewee a chance to read the interview, comment on it, ask for any changes before you post it. That would be the common courtesy to give. Journalists don't always do that. When people are working on a deadline, they often won't do it, and journalists also, out of a sense of independence, may not want to show you the interview because it's their interview and they just do what they want. But as a blogger and as somebody who's trying to use this to your advantage, I strongly suggest running the interview by the interviewee, making sure they're okay with it, making sure they're happy with it, before posting it. And of course, this also means doing a thorough and effective job at proofreading and revising and all of that. You certainly want to do that as well with the interviewees' words. You want to make them look good. You don't want them to come across sounding stupid or whatever. So that's what you should be looking ahead towards, and then further on down the line are also substantial assignments as far as posting a narrative and posting an extended essay. But we'll get into these things later on. The other thing is just to keep in mind the assignment to add to our group site, to our wiki Google wiki site, on an entry on each of the pages, the one for useful applications, add an entry there, the one for exemplary blogs, add an entry there. You want to get those in. Don't wait for the last minute. You'll just be going nuts if you wait for put everything off until the last minute. So keep all this stuff in mind and get as much done as you can. And otherwise, I wish you a very happy holiday over the coming week. And I'll be speaking to you again next week. Till then, so long.